Hello everyone, so in this video I will discuss how to find the perpendicular bisector of a line, and as you can see the words here actually give you an idea about what we are trying to find, right? So suppose if you have a line AB, suppose this is a line AB and you need to find the perpendicular bisector of this line. So bisector means obviously the line we are talking about will actually divide this thing into two equal parts, right? So it is supposed to pass through the midpoint, right? It is obviously supposed to pass to the midpoint of this AB. And you cannot just draw any random lines here. It has to be perpendicular, as in the angle should be 90 degrees. So that's how it should look like. Okay, so we have two individual conditions. The line must pass through the midpoint of this points A and B, and it will be at an angle of 90 degrees. So let's solve one example math. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of a line passing through 1, 2 and 5, 6. Suppose that's the question. So for any so basically we need to find the equation of a line. Okay, so for any line we know the formula, right? Y minus y1 gradient x minus x1. So the line we are talking about is this one, right, which passes through the midpoint and is at 90 degree with the line, initial line AB. This is A and that's B. So for any line we need gradient and we need the coordinate. The line we are trying to find, the perpendicular bisector, is this one, right? So this line doesn't pass through A or B, so you cannot substitute coordinates of A and B here. The line passes through midpoint, so that's why x1 y1 in this formula should be the midpoint of AB. So the first step is to calculate the midpoint of AB. So suppose the midpoint is M. In that case, coordinates of M are, the formula is what? X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, right? So it's 1 plus 2 by 2, 5 plus 6 by 2. So this will give us 3, 4. This is my x1, y1. Next we need the gradient, right? So the gradient of AB is actually what? Y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So basically 6 minus 2, 5 minus 1. So that's 1. But then again, this gradient is for the line AB. But we need to find the gradient of this perpendicular bisector. And for perpendicular lines, the gradient, the formula is m1 into m2 equals to minus 1, right? So if we substitute 1 here as in gradient of AB, and then m2 is supposed to be the gradient of the perpendicular line, this one. So m2 is minus 1. So now that we know the gradient, we know the coordinate, we can just substitute that into this formula. So y minus 4 minus 1 x minus 3. So minus x plus 3 minus x plus 1. So that's the final line, minus x plus 7, sorry. So the equation of this perpendicular line is y equals minus x plus 7. So that's it to find the equation of a perpendicular bisector. The first step is to find the midpoint, and then you find the gradient of the initial line. But then again, you need to convert that gradient, because we are talking about the perpendicular line. So you need to shift that value, as in you can use the shortcut method using the negative reciprocal, or you can use this formula, product of the gradient minus 1. So once we have the gradient, once we have the coordinate, you can just substitute into the formula. That will give us the equation of the perpendicular bisector.